Bang. I ain't taking nothing but win.
What's up, people? MomeyE here, back with another edition of Unscripted Sports Show. Today, I'll be doing the 2025-26 Premier League, English Premier League predictions for the upcoming season, which starts Friday, which I'm excited about. Liverpool playing Bournemouth, my team. Liverpool's my team. Arsenal, Man United play on Sunday. Edmonton play Leeds on the return of Leeds to the Premier League on Monday. Draw the wheel that I just dropped another episode, not an episode, but a fun video where I had the wheel predict the Premier League, the 2025-26 Premier League table. Check that out. That's dropped as of. Yeah, so check that out in the video section. You probably in the video section. Check that out. See who got sent down to the English Football League Championship. Who won the league? Who finished top 5 now. The top 5 is Champions League now. 6 is Europa, and 7 is in Conference League, as far as I know. But I don't think they changed it since last year. They shouldn't have. They did apologize, but as far as I know, from watching other videos, other predictions, 5 is English Champions League, 6 is Europa, 7 is Conference Champion. And I'll add my FA Cup and your in the Carabao Cup winners too. So yeah, let's start with that. Who will win the FA Cup this year? I think Liverpool will win the FA Cup, and I think Arsenal will win the Carabao Cup. So those are my options for those cups. Would I love Liverpool to sweep everything this year? Yeah, but in reality, it's going to be hard to, especially these days. But never know. They could. They very well could. So with that said, let's get started. Mm-hmm. And I do have 100 points, so the teams I'm going to put on here, I have the points. And how many points are they? 5 through 20, I changed a lot. Changed not a lot, but I changed here and there. I finally made my final predictions. Top 4, I didn't change at all. But 5 through 20, I changed several times because it is hard. I thought about it and then thought about it and thought about it and thought. That said, coming at number coming at number 20. I decided to have the Wolves. I went back and forth. I originally had Burnley here, but I decided I don't want to be like everybody else and put Burnley at number 20 and put all the teams that got promoted back down. So I wanted to be different. I decided to be different here, and I do not have. I might not have any promoted teams going down again, so we'll see. But for number 20, I have the Wolves. I think the Wolves are going to struggle. They fired their manager last season, and then they stayed up, they made a little run, they finished. What did they finish? Let me pull that up. The Wolves finished 15th last year, so they barely made it last year. 42. They barely finished. They finished in the bottom five. So I have them getting 25 points. I think they're going to struggle. I didn't really like anything they brought in. Let me see. Let's take a look at what the Wolves did. And I'll share this. Take a look at the Wolves first. They're all the way down. Where are they? They're all the way down because they're Wolves. Transferred out. And if Rowan transferred in. Then we got two guys from Celtic Volga. Didn't bring much in. Names I don't know, so they're not good. But for my liking, I have Wolves going down. And they finished with 25 points. Number 19, I have Blackman. Team that's facing Liverpool on Friday. That's not the reason. I think they lost a lot of under the back line. Let me see who they brought in. Number 19 is Blackman. What are they? And I have them finishing with 37 points. 37 points. And here's who they brought in. They transferred out. They lost Jordan Anthony to Burnley, ironically. Dean him to Real Madrid. Transferred out. They lost his their best probably defensive player to Liverpool. They lost him to Rangers. Neto too. And then I don't think they brought in anybody. They did lose a couple. They did lose two of their best players to Real Madrid and to Liverpool. With that said, I'd put them at number 18. Not number 18. Number 18. No, they were not 19. Here's the surprise. I have a surprise team going down, and it's West Ham United. I think they're a young team. I think this is the time where they go down, and they'll come back up probably after next year. But I think them going down. They have a very young. They have not very young team, but they have a young team that I think will go down. I don't think they have a significant striker. I don't think they have the scoring to. Yeah, they lost a lot of players. And they brought in some players, but I don't think they brought in players that will keep them up. I think they're going to struggle to stay up. And I think they actually go down. They finished. Oh, Bournemouth finished 10th last year, or 9th last year. West Ham finished 14th with 43 points. I have West Ham finishing with 38 points. So I do not have any of the promoted teams going back down. Yes, that's my surprise. So West Ham 17, 18, Bournemouth 19, and Wolves 20. Coming at number 17, Burnley. They stay up based on goal difference. They have the same amount of points as West Ham, but they stay up because of goal difference. So they stay up. They barely stay up. So they could have gone down. They could have gone down in my predictions, but I have them staying up based on goal difference. And it's probably like 1 or 2 goal difference. And it comes down to the last game. So, yes, I have Burnley staying up, barely staying up, tied with West Ham, 38 points. That was down because of goal difference. Who did they bring in? They brought in Jordan Anthony from Bartley. Marcus Edwards, who I like. I always pick him up in the FIFA or whatever game you call it. EAFC. And then they brought in Kyle Walker. I think he's going to be one of their captains. I don't know if he's going to be their captain, but maybe vice captain. They brought in, I think he's going to bring leadership, and he's won before, so he knows how to be there. And then Martin, goalie. I think Burnley brought in some good, solid players. I think they can stay up. Coming in number 16, 1 point behind them, Leeds United. No, I've got to change it. Leeds United, Burnley, number 16, and then Leeds United, number 16. So for Leeds United, same thing. I think they brought in some good quality players. Let's take a look. Got 2 guys from Wolfsburg. Got somebody from Liverpool. I guess he was a young guy. Got somebody from Sean Lowe from Newcastle. Solid player. But the transfer window's not done. I think they're gonna get 1 or 2 more players, maybe even a striker. I think they are a club that should stay up. They are the top. They should be one of the top clubs. They're one of the nice clubs. Leeds United has a lot of history behind that club. They should stay up. They should have the money to stay up. They should have the money to buy people, buy guys, buy players, and stay up. Coming in number 15, the other team that got promoted, the Sutherland, 40 points. So the 3 teams that got promoted barely stay up. Between 19 and 20, between 15 and 19, it's a margin of 3 points. So it could have been one game, the last game of the season, where Bournemouth wins. It could be safe. In my prediction, I have Bournemouth having the advantage in goal difference, but Sutherland stay up because they have more points. So in this scenario, these 3 could easily have gone. One of these 3 could have easily gone down if they had lost in the last game of the season or whatever. So between 19 and 15, the margin is just 3. That's how close I have this. In between 14 and 19 is 4. between 18 and 14. Brentford had 41 points and West Ham 38. So there's West Ham could have easily been safe. Either having better goal difference than Burnley, or if Brentford didn't win. So yeah, between 14 and 18 is 3 points. Between 15 and 19 is 3 points. Or even 14 to 19 is 4 points. So I have this really close. And with that said, Brentford, Sutherland, let's see who they brought in. Two then changes. Yeah, I think I gave away the 14. This Sutherland. We brought in many names I recognize that. Brought him in from Leverkusen. So I think Sutherland is the best of the three as far as to stay up. So that said, number 14, Brentford. Gave that away by mistake. 14, Brentford, 41 points. Let's take a look at what they did. Originally, I had Brentford going down. LeBron Jordan Henderson from Ajax. Ajax. You remember to Ajax? And then he went over with Liverpool a couple years ago. And then he went to Saudi Arabia and then moved to Ajax. I'm just crazy. Jordan Henderson is back in the Premier League. When I heard Jordan Henderson with Liverpool, Liverpool, right in Brentford, I decided to move them out of the relegation zone. So, but they lose this guy, Ryan Zambo to United. That's a big loss. Peters to lost some good guys, but they bring Jordan Henderson. He's old, but he brings some leadership. So they bring in him. Goalie from Liverpool, who's really good. So I think they did some good business in the transfer window. Number 13, Nottingham Forest. I think Nottingham Forest is going to struggle. I think they might struggle. They might be in the bottom beginning, but I think they get better during the season and they finish where they finish number 13. Um, they're going to be playing in extra games other than the FA and Carabao Cup. They're going to be playing European football in the Conference League or no, in the Europe. They're going to be playing in the sun. They're going to play in Europa. They're going to play for what they qualify for here. Oh yeah, Forest will participate in the Europa League next season due to Crystal Palace's disqualification for breaching UEFA's multi-club owner rule. So, but Crystal Palace is feeling that, which I think it's stupid. I think the owner only owns part part of Crystal Palace, and he owns more of the other club. And Crystal Palace gets disqualified. That Forest gets promoted to Europa because who were in line based on will take their place in Europa League. They were supposed to be in the conference league, I think. They can set. Yeah, so they were set to finish in they were set to be in the conference league, but now they're in Europa. So that's a step out that's a step up from conference league, obviously. That's the second tier in European football conference, European competition. So they're gonna be playing those games. That's gonna be tough. Premier League is even tougher this year. Um, so that's why I have them finishing 13 and finishing 50 points. They're not near the regular near the bottom three, but they could be in the bottom. They could be early on in the season. They could be flirting with that early on in the season. But towards the end, I think they find a way to finish in the top half of the mid table. Coming in at number 12, my other team I cheer for, Fulham, because the owner of Fulham is also the owner of AEW, Tony Khan, and his father, Shane Khan, is Shane. So I have them finishing number 12. Let's look at Fulham and their activity. Oh, wait, yeah. Who do I have in 13? 13, I have Nottingham Forest. Let's look at Nottingham Forest first. Nottingham Forest. I mean, let's look at Fulham and then we'll look at Forest and see what the cons are. The only one guy. But I think they're good enough to stay up. No, Nottingham Forest. Mm-hmm. Go back. Now, number 11. Who do I have number 11? Crystal Palace. Finished 12th last year. Oh, okay. Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest finished 7th last year, as I said. Fulham finished 11th last year. Crystal Palace finished 12th. So I have Crystal Palace and Fulham flip flop. I just realized that. And I have them about the same point. Crystal Palace has 3 more points. Fulham has only 1 more point. So, yeah. So I have Crystal Palace and Fulham flip flop from last year. Crystal Palace. Is that okay? Crystal Palace always does well in the sense they always bring in solid players. They have a solid team. They've always had a solid team. But I think they always stay up. Could they go down? Yeah, sure. This could be the year they go down. Who knows? Now the top 10, bottom top 10 that I call it. Brighton, another team that's going to play in European football. I think Brighton is going to be in Europa. Let's have Brighton got into, they got into conference. Brighton qualified for the UEFA Conference League after finishing eighth in the Premier League and relying on Chelsea winning the Europa final. Chelsea's victory over Real Bet in the cleared the extra Conference League spot for Premier League. Yeah, so Brighton is going to play in the Conference League. And that's why I have them slightly moving down to 10. And nothing against them. I actually like them. I actually flirted with them in top 5. But the extra games on top of the Conference League and the FA Cup and then Carabao Cup. I think those two probably they don't even care about the Conference League on top of the Premier League on top of they're even playing 4 competitions, 4 different sets of games. In Premier League, obviously, and then 3 different competitions. So I think they finished 10. Let's take a look at what they did. Oh, wait a minute. Brighton. Who did they bring in? Tommy Wilson. They brought in some good quality players. Brighton has a good team. I always like Brighton. That's why they finished 8th last year. Coming in number 9, Newcastle United. I know. Newcastle finished 7th and they're playing Champions League. That's one of the reasons why I've been 9th. They're playing Champions League, and that's hard. Playing Champions League is hard. And for a team like Newcastle, who has some issues right now, they don't have a striker. Because Isak wants to go to Liverpool, and I think he will be going to Liverpool. He'll be in the Liverpool uniform, hopefully by that Newcastle game. That's good. That's a stretch. Unless he gets Stanford this week, I don't think that's going to happen. So he won't get played against the old team. I don't think he'll be playing against his possibly new team. It's a big saga. It changes every day, so who knows? I don't think he's going to play in Newcastle again, but never know. Might suck it up and just hope he gets transferred in January, but we'll see. So he's going to play. Newcastle's going to play in Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup. Same thing as Newcastle. Same thing as Brighton and Crystal Palace. Like extra game, but Champions League is even tougher than those 2 leagues. And without a striker, and Isak wants to leave, I think there's some issues internally with Newcastle right now. they lost out on Tesco going to Man United. They were after him until he went to United, until he went to the other United, Man United. So yeah, I think they had some issues. I started them with them outside the top 10, but I have them ninth. And with 64 points. Brighton with 61 points, Crystal Palace 53 points, Fulham 54 points, Nottingham 50 points. So I flirted with Newcastle being outside the top 10, but ultimately I have them number 9. And let's see what they've done. I think they brought in some quality players so far. Yeah, there you go. Newcastle brought in Anthony Lugo from Nottingham Forest, who's quality striker. So in theory they have their replacement, but in theory they don't. So in Ramsdale they loaned to Southampton. So yeah. I think Newcastle's gonna struggle to stay in European spots. So coming in at number 8 to round up the bottom top 10. I have Man United. Yes, I have them number 8. I think they can miss out on European football. We'll get to the team who beats them. But I think they're gonna have a better season than last year. They brought in some, and we're gonna take a look at them right now. Some notable names. They brought in, I can't pronounce these names. From Wolves, who was a striker. There you go, Lean from I don't know where that is. Brought in Brad Membo from Brentford. Like I said, they brought Benjamin Sisko from RB Leipzig. That was their big signing. Do I think they're going to be finishing 5th or 4th? No. I think there's other teams that are better than them right now. And this transfer window says they're going in the right direction, but they've always had manager problems. They always phase out. They always start off good and then they phase out 1 or 2 years in. I don't even know how many managers they've had since Ferguson left. Several managers didn't work out. David Moyes, um, he's Everton's manager again. Jose Marino didn't work out. There's 2 quality managers that didn't work out at Man United. The one that got fired last year. So many. I'm not even going to history of the managers they have had. But yeah, I have them finishing 8th. Coming at number 7, Aston Villa. I have them finishing the same amount of points as United, 67 points, but they get into Conference League European football in finishing 7th by goal difference. Again, by goal difference. So they qualify for Champions League because goal difference. Aston Villa. Let's take a look at them. Wrong. They didn't lose out. They didn't lose Watkins. So that's good. They didn't lose their striker. That's the thing. Nope. I haven't finished tied with United in points, but they hit number 7. Oh yeah, it's number 7. Yeah, finished number 7. With 67 points. Coming in number 6 with 58 points, beating out Aston Villa by 1 point. Beating Aston Villa and United by 1 point at Everton. I think Everton's going to be back in the top 6. They brought David Moyes back. I mean, he was back last year, but then I think mid-season he was back. But I think moving into a new stadium, I think they've done well in the transfer window. They got who did they get from City on loan? Jack Grealish from City on loan. He's gonna bring in. He's gonna be good. He was good at Aston Villa. I think he's gonna be good at Everton. He's gonna get playing time, and he's gonna show why City signed him. So I think they brought in some good quality players. I think David Moyes is the underrated manager. It just didn't work out in Everton. I mean, United. No top 5. Coming number 5, the Spurs. First team in European in the Champions League. Coming number 5, Spurs. We got Ty. I like the Spurs this year. I'm high on the Spurs. They brought in some good quality players. They lost Son, heart and soul of that team, but I think they have a good manager. I like this signing. I mean, he was there last year, but he finally got tournament deal. So they have a good quality team. They lost today in the Super Cup against PSG in penalty, but they were up in that game. So I think the Spurs are going to have a good season. And I think they're going to be back in the top 5. I really do think I'm high on the Spurs. I think they have a good manager. I think the way they finished last year, not so much, but the way that they won a cup. They beat United to win the Europa Cup. Now they're champions. Now they get to play Champions League. Yeah, I know that's other games on top of what they're doing. But I think they have a good squad. I think they have a good manager. I think they're my surprise team to finish top 5. Not always going to have the same top 5 as everybody else. Always have a surprise team. Coming at number 4, I have them finishing 70 points, 2 points ahead of Everton. And they play in the last game of the season, so that will be for 5th place. That game will be for 5th place, and Spurs will be up 1. Will be last. Yeah, and that will be for whatever. That will be for 5th place. So number 4, Man City. Coming number 4, Man City. He did bring in this year. He brought in some good players. between Ryan Chuck or whatever loan brought in Burnley. James Stafford from Burnley. So they brought in some good quality players. But I don't think they're going to be back like everybody else. I think this might be Pep last year. Coming at number 3, Arsenal. I think the top 4 between 2 and 4 is going to be tight. Arsenal finishing at number 3 this year. Yeah, I think a lot of predictions. Hold on, I messed it up. A lot of people predicted Arsenal either win the league or finish second. Nobody has them third. I have them third. I have them finishing third. 1 point behind the second place. So I have them finishing 82 points. And they finished with 74 last year. Of course. So, they finished with 24 points last year. And Arsenal have them finishing 82 points this year. Coming at number 2, Chelsea. I like the way they played in the FIFA World Cup, FIFA Club World Cup. I was impressed by them. They won that. So I think they finished second. I think they won 2 trophies. They won the Europa. No, not the Europa. They won the Conference League, and then they won the FIFA Club World Cup. So here in the United States. So they won 2 trophies since the season was over. So I think they finished second. I think they finished 86 points. They beat out Arsenal and Man City by 3 points. With City and 1 point by Arsenal, and that comes on the last day. I think Chelsea passes them on the last day because Arsenal doesn't get these 3 points that we need. I don't even know what it's playing. And finally, the champions remain the champions. Liverpool win the league again, back to back. I think they won back to back in the 80s, so to put Chelsea in. Chelsea number 2 with 83 points. Let's see what they did. Just want to talk about Liverpool, what they did. If you all know what they did, talked about it before. So I like what Chelsea did. They brought in a striker that they need. They brought in Star. They brought in Davis. They have a young team, but I think they bought these players. They bought most of these players a couple years ago, and I think they're going to finally gel. I think they're finally going to crack that top 3. Will they win the league? They could, but I don't think they're a year away from probably winning the league. But I like what they did. I think they did the second best transfer in. This kid is good. They played against him in one of the games in the FIFA Club World Cup. And then that game, it was the last game he played for Palmeiras. And then he went to Chelsea the next day. They brought in Ludo, guy went for Liverpool. And Chelsea got him, so yeah, I like what Chelsea did. And then Liverpool, of course. Yes, I'm gonna be biased, and rightfully so. They deserve to be, yes. Champions are gonna stay champions. The reigning champs are gonna remain champions. Liverpool stay in their perch and capture number 21. What they did this summer was amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And, I mean, he was on loan. They got him last year. He was on loan last year, but they finally a Liverpool player. He's gonna be backup goalie. Fantastic. They brought in him. I think they just signed him. Florian Wirtz, of course, big signing from Leverkusen. Um, I talked about him earlier from Botman. Woodman from Preston North. I don't know just signed him. Hugo, they just signed him from Frankfurt, the striker. He scored in the first 4 minutes in his debut in the community shield. Yeah, they brought some good guy. They brought some guys and they're gonna um but I don't think they're done getting players. I think they're gonna get maybe one or two more center back and Isak. And I'm hopeful for Isak, but who knows? Newcastle won't budge. But yeah, Liverpool had a great transfer window, probably the best in European football recently. Um, so I think they can win the league again. I think they can win Champions League. I think they can win one of the English Cups. I think they can win 2 or 3 trophies this year, hopefully. But we'll see. And the season starts on Friday. Can't wait. I'll be doing probably week. I don't know if I'm going to do predictions every week, but tomorrow I'll do week 1 predictions for first weekend Premier League season, and I'm going to try to do a watch along for the season debut on Friday, Liverpool and Bartlett. So that's all I got. Those are my predictions. This. Um, Let me see. Let's do some award prediction. Golden Boot. I'm gonna say Isak with an asterisk if he doesn't come to Liverpool. If he comes to Liverpool, then I think he gets it. If not, I'm gonna go with Holland. Get it again for City. Um, the Arsenal. Oh, I didn't even look at Arsenal's transfer window. My bad. Let me see. Okay, Arsenal. They brought in him. This thing. He's pretty good. Martin Gurpin, pretty good. Jumper. Got 2 guys from Chelsea. Wow. And then they brought in this guy, he just signed Victor. I don't think he's gonna win the Golden Boot quite yet, but he's gonna be up there. I think he get 25 goals for sure. Um, Golden Boot, I'm gonna say Holland. Golden Glove is the best goaltender. I'm gonna say Dean Henderson. I'm gonna say Dean Henderson's gonna win it for Golden Boot. I think he's gonna do well for Crystal Palace. Player of the year, I think, gonna be Mo Salah. Those are my predictions for that. Uh, Remember to listen to us every Friday night on youtube.com/Western for Friday when we're doing SummerSlam 2000. We did a review on this 4 years ago, summer of 2021. We tried to find the audio so I can repost that compared to the one we're doing Friday. I couldn't find it, so. But yeah, we're still doing it, of course. SummerSlam 2000 featuring triple threat match per angle versus Wade versus the last. I forgot. Yeah, the Rock in the triple threat match. So check that out. Check cartoon when team combined the second episode of the it'll be the second episode of the Anarchy. I mean, not Anarchy, but the Animated Hour of Power episode 2 will feature all real monsters versus real Ghostbusters. Euro, I can't think versus Doug, Inspector Gadget versus Biker, Mice to Mars, Intent last Inbender versus Digimon, Anime Showdown episode 2, Super Mario World versus Double Dragon, DEM versus the Hologram versus Jose and the Pussycat, Samurai Camelot versus Samurai Jack, Batman Beyond versus Spider-Man animated series. And then check out Digital99 for Daniel's gaming channel, and then Sundays for the Tapcast with Mindy and Daniel. So with that said, MomeyE is out.